Welcome back to the Lost Book of Herbal Remedies. I'm Emma, and today we're diving into a critical and often overlooked issue: how over 1,800 dangerous food contact chemicals, or FCCs, migrate from food packaging right into our bodies.
That's right, Emma. It's staggering to think that something as simple as food packaging can have such a profound impact on our health. These chemicals include well-known ones like BPA and phthalates, which are associated with endocrine disruption, obesity, and even early puberty. What's worse is that children are particularly vulnerable.
And these chemicals aren't just in the packaging itself. Recent studies have shown that these hazardous substances leach into the food we consume, making this a pressing public health concern. In fact, over 1,800 different food contact chemicals have been identified so far, many of which are found in common food items.
What's really surprising is that the demand for eco-friendly alternatives like polylactic acid, or PLA, straws, isn't necessarily solving the problem. Even these biodegradable materials can release harmful chemicals, such as primary aromatic amines, which have been linked to carcinogenic effects.
It's a complex issue. Even with the best intentions, these alternatives can still pose health risks. The article we're discussing today digs deep into the migration mechanisms of these chemicals, how they affect our health, and the need for stronger regulations to ensure consumer safety.
Let's start by looking at the scope of the issue. More than 1,800 chemicals have been documented to migrate from food contact materials into the food we eat. These include substances like BPA, phthalates, and others that we ingest without even knowing it.
Right. And researchers have found that about 25% of these food contact chemicals, out of 3,601 in total, have been detected in human samples. Among those, 194 have been found through biomonitoring programs. What's alarming is that 80 of these chemicals have properties that could cause serious health risks, like endocrine disruption and even cancer.
The fact that these chemicals can enter our bodies through food ingestion and potentially cause such serious health problems is mind-blowing. BPA, for example, despite being banned in some cases, is still found in a variety of food contact materials.
And the implications for human health go beyond endocrine disruption. These chemicals can interfere with reproductive health, disrupt normal hormonal signaling, and even contribute to carcinogenicity. That's why this is such a major public health concern.
This issue doesn't just stop with new packaging either. As more attention is given to sustainability, recycling food packaging materials has become a critical component. But the safety of recycled materials is a whole other concern.
Absolutely. While recycling is great for the environment, the quality of recycled packaging can vary, and it's often hard to regulate. For example, HDPE and PET are easier to recycle safely, but PVC and polystyrene are much more complicated and can still release harmful substances.
Recycled packaging can still contain contaminants and chemicals that can migrate into food. That's why regulatory bodies like the FDA and the European Food Safety Authority have set guidelines to monitor chemical migration in food packaging.
And it's not just food packaging we need to worry about. Studies have shown that harmful chemicals like polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, PAHs, can also migrate from everyday products that come into contact with our skin. These are known environmental pollutants, and recent research has found that they can penetrate human skin, raising concerns about dermal exposure.
It's especially concerning when you think about vulnerable populations like firefighters who are often exposed to PAHs. The fact that less lipophilic PAHs can penetrate human skin more efficiently adds another layer of complexity to how we assess the risks of these chemicals.
And speaking of risks, the rise of PLA straws, marketed as eco-friendly alternatives, has introduced its own set of problems. Studies have found that when PLA straws are exposed to moisture, they can release primary aromatic amines, or PAAs, which are possibly carcinogenic.
That's a huge safety concern, especially when these straws are used with hot beverages or alcoholic drinks. Some brands of PLA straws were found to exceed the migration limit for these harmful chemicals after just 2 hours of exposure to ethanol.
What's even more interesting is the migration mechanism behind PAAs. It's not just the swelling of the straw material that causes the chemicals to migrate. Studies show that ethanol disrupts the hydrogen bonds in the PLA structure, making it easier for the chemicals to leach into drinks.
So even though PLA is biodegradable, we still have to be careful. The urgent need for more stringent safety evaluations is clear.
That brings us to phthalates and bisphenol A, or BPA, two of the most well-known endocrine disrupting chemicals. These chemicals are widely used in food packaging and personal care items, but they can easily migrate into food and lead to significant health risks.
Recent research highlights the serious health outcomes associated with exposure to these chemicals. Phthalates, for example, are commonly found in processed foods, baby food, and snacks, where concentrations can reach alarming levels.
And it's not just about what's in the food. Early life exposure to phthalates has been linked to obesity, reproductive issues, and even metabolic problems in children. BPA, on the other hand, mimics estrogen and can disrupt metabolic functions, leading to weight gain and early puberty, especially in girls.
It's frightening to think that something as common as processed snacks or canned goods could contribute to childhood obesity and other long-term health problems.
And let's not forget about dietary habits. Ultra-processed foods are linked to higher levels of phthalates and BPA in the body, while a diet rich in fresh fruits and vegetables is associated with lower exposure.
Which brings us back to public health strategies. We need to promote awareness and encourage people to choose less processed foods and demand transparency in labeling. Only then can we truly minimize exposure to these harmful chemicals.
Public health interventions must focus on reducing the use of these chemicals in food packaging, promoting healthier dietary patterns, and improving regulations around food contact materials.
Even with all the research, there are still significant knowledge gaps about these chemicals. Tools like the Food Contact Chemicals Monitored in Humans (FCC CHUMON) database are helping to bridge these gaps, providing policymakers with the data needed to prioritize which chemicals pose the greatest risks.
And going forward, we need to adopt a more integrative approach to assessing the safety of food contact chemicals. This includes monitoring not just the known hazardous substances, but also non-intentionally added substances that may arise during recycling or production.
It's crucial to continue building data on the toxicity and migration of these chemicals so we can implement effective regulatory frameworks to protect public health.
And in the meantime, supporting your body's natural detox pathways with herbs can be a helpful strategy. Milk thistle, turmeric, dandelion root, and green tea are all great for enhancing liver function and protecting against oxidative stress caused by these harmful chemicals. But there are other important herbs we should talk about that also play key roles in this detox process.
Exactly. Let's dive into the full herbal formula that can help counteract the harmful effects of food contact chemicals, including endocrine disruptors like BPA and phthalates. The first herb we mentioned was milk thistle. It's packed with silymarin, a powerful compound that supports liver health by not only neutralizing toxins, but also helping regenerate damaged liver cells. It's crucial for detoxifying the body from these chemicals.
That's right. And turmeric is another essential herb in this formula. The curcumin in turmeric is an incredible anti-inflammatory agent that activates phase 2 detoxification enzymes, which neutralize harmful substances. This is important because food contact chemicals often create inflammation and oxidative stress in the body, and curcumin helps combat that.
Next, we have dandelion root. It's excellent for stimulating bile production, which is key for eliminating fat-soluble toxins like phthalates. These chemicals bind to fat, so increasing bile flow helps break them down and flush them out of the body.
Dandelion root also has diuretic properties, meaning it helps the body eliminate toxins through urine, so it's supporting the detox process in multiple ways.
Moving on to green tea. This herb contains catechins, particularly EGCG, which supports liver function and provides antioxidant protection. EGCG is crucial for reducing the oxidative stress that's caused by these toxic chemicals.
And now we get into some other important herbs that round out this detox formula. One of my favorites is broccoli sprout extract. It's rich in sulforaphane, which is known for its ability to boost phase 2 detox enzymes, enhancing the body's capacity to neutralize and eliminate harmful chemicals.
Broccoli sprouts are particularly good at promoting detoxification of endocrine disruptors like BPA, and they help protect cells from damage caused by oxidative stress.
Then there's Schisandra cainensis, an adaptogenic herb that supports the liver's detoxification pathways while also helping the body resist stress. It's known for its hepatoprotective properties, which means it helps protect and repair the liver from the burden of processing toxins.
That's key because the liver is working overtime when it comes to filtering out food contact chemicals. Schisandra can really help the liver handle that workload more effectively.
Another great herb in the formula is artichoke leaf extract. It not only supports liver regeneration, but also promotes bile production, which, as we mentioned earlier, is essential for getting rid of fat-soluble toxins. Plus, it aids in digestion, making it easier for the body to process and eliminate waste.
Artichoke is a fantastic addition to this formula because it helps the liver regenerate and heal from any damage caused by long-term exposure to toxins.
And let's not forget the supporting components, like N-acetylcysteine, or NAC. NAC is a precursor to glutathione, which is one of the body's most important antioxidants. It's vital for phase 2 detoxification and helps eliminate harmful chemicals, especially heavy metals and environmental toxins.
Along with NAC, vitamin C and vitamin E are also included in the formula because they provide additional antioxidant support, neutralizing free radicals that are generated by toxin exposure.
And lastly, we have selenium, a trace mineral that supports the function of glutathione peroxidase, another enzyme critical for detoxification. Selenium also protects the body from oxidative damage caused by toxins.
This full formula really covers all the bases. From liver support to antioxidant protection and bile production, these herbs and nutrients work together to detoxify the body from harmful chemicals like BPA and phthalates, while also minimizing oxidative stress.
And as always, it's important to consult with a healthcare provider before starting any new herbal regimen, especially if you have underlying conditions or are on medication. But these herbs can be a great natural way to support your body's detoxification systems.
Absolutely, Emma. It's about giving your body the tools it needs to process and eliminate toxins in the most efficient way possible, and this formula provides that comprehensive support.
If you're interested in learning more about these detox strategies and herbs, check out our full article. It dives deeper into how these ingredients work and how they can help you manage exposure to food contact chemicals.
Thanks for joining us today on the Lost Book of Herbal Remedies. Stay informed, stay healthy, and take care.
See you next time, everyone.